Hi guys. I don't know if you had to download Zoom again. I did. Did you? Hi. Hey everybody. Aw, whose cat is that? Louise, you got a sleepy cat. Okay, guys. We're going to do another round of the classics. So if you want to just lie down on your mat and get cozy. Another pro tip I want to discuss. So we're going to do neck pull. I was watching some stuff online, and the original neck pull was done with this mat that had a tether on the bottom. So if you want to like put your mat up against the the couch or something, where you can have something that's going to keep your feet down when we do that pretty aggressive roll up exercise. Okay, so maybe put maybe a heavy weight or something you can put your feet under to give you some guidance. All right, okay, enough out of me. Let's get started. So we're on our backs, we're on the mat. You're gonna draw your knees into the chest and just start to let your low back release. So I want you to take a nice, deep, relaxing inhale. And then a super slow exhale. Great. Inhale. See if you can drop your shoulders and open your chest. And on your exhale, through pursed lips, you slowly draw that exhalation out. And you feel your low belly muscles activate. So that's your core. Inhale. And exhale. You'll also feel your upper abdominals activate, specifically those ones around your rib cage as your diaphragm contracts. Good. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Let's get started in a tabletop position with your legs. So your knees are right over your hips and your ankles are as high as your knees. Let's take your hands behind your head. Deep inhale. That same diaphragmatic exhale lifts you. Good. You can look at your belly and you'll see it traveling down. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. On the exhale, push your low back into the ground. Pull your tummy in. Good. 3 more. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. This last one, we stay lifted. You can keep your legs in tabletop or extend your legs long. Take your arms long. Make sure your shoulder blades are down. Start to pump your arms. Inhale. Same exhale. Your eyes are on your thighs. Inhale. And exhale. Good. The pump comes from your shoulder joint. Your arms are stick straight. Good. Inhale and exhale. Try to lower your legs. When you lower your legs, try not to engage your glutes. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. Great. And exhale. We have 4 more. Squeeze those heels together. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Once you squeeze those heels together, see if you can lift a little higher into your crunch. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Beautiful. Nice. Now we're nice and warm. That is your core. Those are your abs. That is your core. Perfect. Let's take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to extend your legs nice and long. Great. Reach your arms over your head. When you do that, you want to make sure your ribs stay engaged so they don't pop up like this, right? They stay engaged. Belly button engaged as well. Let's take a nice deep inhale. And then on the exhale, scoop your belly button and start to peel yourself off of the mat. Feel free to give yourself a little assistance. Great. You want your feet to be parallel. You're going to notice that your toes are going to go in. That's just lazy legs, okay? So you want to be sort of the CEO of your whole body, and you're going to notice certain body parts you're going to try to take the day off. But you want your legs working to keep you cemented. You want to use your core. You want to try to let your butt not grip, because if your butt grips, you'll get stuck on your butt. Good. We want to stay in that rounded position. Good. Last one. Rounding up, reaching forward, head in between your arms. Beautiful. Exhale, round yourself down. Good. Arms by your side, the exact opposite. We're going to take your feet over your head. If you're like, no, that's not me, you're just going to hop your booty off of the ground. You're just going to do something that looks like that. Heels together, toes apart. Great. If you're going to do legs over, start with your heels together, legs at a diagonal, and then lift your spine off of the mat. Take your feet over your head. Open your legs as wide as the mat, and then squeeze your spine back down onto the mat, articulating each muscle and keeping your thighs close to your belly. Once your tailbone touches, circle your legs back to the start. Exhale, up. Try not to fold in two. You stay lifted in your spine, lifted in your trunk, and circle down. Great. Use your breathing. Inhale, exhale, we're rolling down. Beautiful. Let's do 4 more. Make sure your cervical spine stays lifted off of the mat. So what I mean by that is that your neck doesn't flatten onto your mat. Maybe you have a ponytail that's making your head in a weird spot. Put that ponytail on top of your head. Good. This last one is your best one. Squeeze on up. Beautiful. And slowly rolling down. Perfect. Nice work. Grab the backs of your thighs, rock yourself up to seated. Great, we're gonna roll like a ball. To roll like a ball, we scoop out your abs and you tip yourself back. And then you try to stop momentum, right? So you squeeze your abs and then you release them slightly, you squeeze them, that tips you back. Great, what you're not doing is kicking your legs up over your head. You're not using that kick. And while you're getting used to this, you might get stuck on your back. You might roll over onto your toes. That's fine. What I don't want you to do is hoist yourself back and bonk your head, okay? So that's one of the learning curves we want to avoid. Good. 2 more. Beautiful. Nice. So we're going to do 3 other rolling exercises in this class. Beautiful. On the way down, grab your left leg. And let's pull that left leg in towards you, and then switch, and switch. Outside hand on your ankle, inside hand on your knee. Good, you can add 2 little pulses. You can even put your arms alongside your body to intensify this movement in your abdominals. The aid of your hands will help you to actually get a little bit more open in your hips. 2 more, so it serves as a sort of hybrid stretch and strength, which is what we kind of come to Pilates for. Good, 2 more. Beautiful, keep pulling the belly button in. Last one. Great, let's grab a hold of your right leg now. Extend your leg long, okay? So we're different stretchiness. I'm very tight in my hamstrings, so we're just gonna pull in twice and then switch. Great. Soft point to your toes, okay? So if you overly point, you'll get a Charlie horse. So that's something to look for. If your toes start to cramp up or you get a Charlie horse in the back of your leg, that means you're overly pointing. The point is more of a stretch coming from the front of your ankle. It's more lengthening your leg than contracting your calf. Good, 3 more. Beautiful. Good, 2 more. Last one. Beautiful, and relax. Good. The next one is a double leg stretch. So just like our 100 position, you're gonna extend your legs long and you're gonna keep the back on the ground and you're gonna keep your abs in. So let's take a deep inhale. Good. Exhale, extend your legs long and then reach your arms over your head. So we're in that hollow body hold. Exhale everything back to center. Inhale, extend. Try not to grip in your glute. Good. Inhale. Try to keep your abs drawn in. Shoulder blades lifted. Your chin is drawing comfortably to your chest. You're not squeezing your chin to your chest, cutting off your airflow. If you need the assistance of your arms, hands behind your head. Good. Nice. 3 more. Good. 2. Last one. Perfect. And relax. Head down. Beautiful. Next, we're going to do our leg circles. Extend your legs nice and long. Tuck your tailbone so your low back is on the ground. Let's lift your right leg up to the ceiling and put a turnout on that right leg. Roll your shoulders back and plant your arms on the ground. Great. Really pull in your belly button and trace a straight line down with that right leg, and then out to the right without moving your hips, and then up to start. So inhale down, exhale out and around, and up to the starting phase. Inhale and exhale. Good. Drawing your abdominals in. Good. And being mindful with your breath. The breath will help you. The breath will help you contract your core. Because all the muscles that help you with your breath, like your transverse abdominis and your rib muscles and your diaphragm, that makes up your core. Good. One more. Perfect. And now same leg, we go into the left, down to start, straight line up. In, squeezing those inner thighs inward, and up. Good. Keeping your hips still and stable. So if you want to put your hands on your hips, that's fine. You'll feel that your bones stay still while the muscles within your pelvis create that stability. You want to find the movement, the mobility at your hip joint. Looks good, guys. Last one. Beautiful. And relax. Nice. Let's lift your left leg so the turnout, your toes are out to the left, your heels are in. Straight line down and out and around and up. Perfect. So while you're finding your range of motion, you might get a little wobbly, and then you can just correct the next time around. You want to find your edge, and you'll notice that your leg, as you get more and more strong and flexible, that your circles get bigger, your leg starts to feel lighter. You just feel like you have more control. Nice. And let's switch. So in and down, and carve that straight line up without any movement at the pelvis. Good. 4 more. Good. 3. Nice. 2. Last one. Beautiful. Nice. Relax. Draw your knees into your chest. Perfect. Great. We're going to get into our bridges now. So with your feet about a foot away from your booty, we're going to tuck your pelvis and lift your hips to the ceiling. You should feel a stretch along the front of your body. You should be able to engage your glutes. Good. And then roll yourself down. Once your tailbone touches, I want you to lift your low back, tilting your pelvis, and then tuck, pulling your hip bones down to the ground and pushing your spine onto the ground, and then peel yourself up. Good. At the top of the move, your ribs are in, you squeeze your glutes. Great. So continue this process really mindfully, taking your time to tuck and peel slowly with control and transferring the work into your glutes. Beautiful. Let's do 4 more. You should feel your pelvic floor. You should feel your core. You'll feel your glutes. You'll feel more of a stretch along your abs as your abs aren't contracting. It's your core. Your abs are actually taking a break. Good. This last one, stay lifted. Great. If you want to make this a little harder, we can come to our tippy toes. If you want to come to your tippy toes, walk your feet about 2 inches closer to your glutes and then lift to your tippy toes. Great. And then we're going to extend your right leg up to the ceiling without any movement at your trunk or body. Great. And with a straight long leg and a little turnout on that foot, trace your leg down and up. You can keep a soft point to your toes, or you could flex, or you could paint a fence flexing down and pointing up. I know, you're like, pick one. Sorry, I'm pretty egalitarian. And plus, with every exercise, there's so many ways to do it. Over the years, things change and morph, and sometimes for arbitrary reasons. Great. Last two. Keep your breathing smooth. This last one, keep your right leg lifted. Flex your foot. Tick-tock your right leg out to the right without tipping over, and then back to center. So find that edge where you can lengthen your leg all the way over to the right without moving your pelvis. Keep drawing everything into your core. Stillness at your trunk. Good. Squeeze that left glute. Lift a little higher. 2. Last one. Beautiful. Good. Place that right foot down. Let's roll down. Tilt. Tuck. Roll up. Great. And let's get that other side. Make sure your shoulder blades are firm to the mat and 2 of your upper ribs are on the mat as well. Squeeze your glute. Left leg to ceiling. Good. Flex down. Point up. Or keep your leg pointed, or keep your leg flexed. Non-negotiable, hips level. I could balance my wine glass on your hip bones. It's like the Tempur-Pedic mattress, no movement. Abs engaged. Inhale down, exhale up. Zipped up from pubic bone to sternum. You're in one straight line. Good, 3 more. 2. Last one. Good. Tick-tock that left leg open and closed. Open and closed. Without arching your back, without moving your hips. For 4. 3. 2. Last one. Great. And roll yourself down. Perfect. Hands behind your hips, your thighs, and rock up to a seated position. Legs in front of you. Top priority, straight spine, flat back. That means your knees are bent. That's fine. Okay? So ideally, straight legs, straight, flat back. Arms extended long like airplane wings. Let's twist the left 2 pulses, twist the right 2 pulses. 1, 2, 1, 2. Your feet stay still. We're finding this twist at your waistline. Your pelvis remains still. So all those same muscles that were keeping you still in your bridge, active now. Good for 4. Good, 3. Nice, 2 more. Good, last one. And relax, back to center. Perfect. We're gonna do a pretty advanced movement. We're gonna start on your hip, hand on the ground. So this is gonna be hard on your shoulder. So I'm gonna show you if you have any shoulder problems, you're just gonna do a side crunch. So you stack your knees and you just lift your shoulder blade off the ground. Okay, so if you don't have shoulder issues, you start with your bottom leg on the ground behind your front leg, okay? Your top leg. Great. Root into the ground. What we're gonna do is start with your knee lifted to the ceiling and your elbow on your knee with this pretty palm and a lifted chest. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna start to round underneath our torso as you lift your hips to the ceiling. And just feed your arms through like you're trying to tickle your ankle and then sit back down. Great. Squeeze, exhale, lift. Good. And then up. Nice. Let's do 5 more. And at the end of the move, It's my right side that's on the bottom. My right foot is crossed over my left ankle. Good. 3 more. So I want you to feel those same oblique muscles, those same side muscles working to twist you. Great. Last one. Perfect. Nice work. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go into a side plank. So again, if you're doing the side crunches, just do another round of side crunches. You're going to be getting the same muscles without hurting your shoulders. Okay? If you don't have shoulder problems, you can be on your knee. You could stack one foot in front of the other, so the bottom foot in front of the top, or stack your feet up one on top of the other. Good. Open your chest. It'll almost feel like you're rocking back. Great. From here, I want you to reach your top arm over your head, lift your hips as high to the ceiling as you can, and then sink your hips to the ground as you reach your hand back to your feet. So suck in that belly. Good. Reach your arm over your head. Good. And inhale down. Great. Like I said, there's a lot of load to your shoulder, but in reality, this is not a shoulder exercise. It's a side waist exercise. So the stronger you get in your core and in your side waist, your obliques, the more this will come out of your shoulder. But if you're just feeling all shoulder, take it down to the level below where you are now. Good. Let's do one more. Pausing here, reach your top arm up to the ceiling. Good, lift your top leg for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and relax. Beautiful. Swivel to the other side. So now I'm on my left side. I have my left foot behind my right. Start off with this pretty pose. And then we press up to the ceiling. We're in that pike, and you feed your arm through your body, look under your armpit, and return back, okay? So press, lift, twist, woo! Great, really squeezing your inner thighs together. And go slowly, because if you use momentum, you'll get knocked. Ooh. Good, 4 more. Great, make sure your ears are away from your shoulders. Good, 2 more. Lift, press, twist. Ooh. Good, last one. Lift, press, twist. Beautiful, nice. Let's set up for those side plank mermaids. Remember, you can be on your knee, modified. You can have your feet staggered, bottom foot in front of the top, or stack those tootsies up, okay? I'm gonna use stacked, but this shoulder is a little testy, so we'll see. I might have to go down, and up I go. All right, so lift your hips. It'll almost feel like you're rocking back. Great. I want you to sink your hips to the ground, reach your arms to your feet, and then reach up and over your body with that free arm. And squeeze on down, and lift up. Good, 5. Nice. Perfect, 4 more. Try to keep your legs nice and straight, squeezing your glute. Good, 3 more. Beautiful. 2. Beautiful. Last one, best one. Perfect. Reach your arm up to the ceiling. Good. And your leg as well. For 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Nice. Great job. Perfect. Let's go ahead and take a mermaid stretch. So reaching up and over, just stretching out your whole side body. Good. And then go to the other side and reach long. Good. Let's do about 4 of these, and then we'll switch sides. Great. So with a lot of things, you're reaching up and over. You're not just collapsing. So you're creating this oppositional force even with your stretching. So you're lifting through your stretch. You're not just leaning into your joints. Good. And let's switch. Great. So lifting up and over. Good. And then long and reaching. Great. Keep your shoulder internally rotated. So your palm is actually going to face the back of the room. Perfect. A lot of stuff we do in Pilates, things are externally rotated, but every once in a while, we get this internal rotation for a little bit more mobility at your hips. I mean shoulders. I meant joints. 2 more. Good. Last one. Perfect. We're gonna do another series of planks. So if your wrists are not having it, go to your elbows, okay? So we're gonna do leg pull facing front. So it's just a plank. It just has a goofy name. You want your hands not like this, but like this, really rooted deeply into the mat. You want to extend your arms, but have a soft bend at your elbows, and then spiral your biceps forward. So there's a little screwing in action at your shoulder joint. Great. So remember that external rotation. So step your right leg back, really reaching your heel, and then your left leg back as well. Really, really reaching your heel, almost as if you're stretching your Achilles tendon. Now, planting your hands into the mat, I want you to feel like you're dragging your hands to your toes. Good, that'll activate your core. And let's lift your right leg up to the ceiling and then give it 2 little kicks. 1, 2, and then switch. Your body remains absolutely still. Good. If I were to take a picture of your upper body, I could do what is that, motion capture? And it would seem like you were just still. Good, 4 more. Good. Keep zipping your belly button up and in. 3 more. Dragging your hands to your toes. Last one each side. Beautiful. Child's pose. Let's take your palms to the ceiling. Good. And just stretch out your wrists. Perfect. So from here, we're going to go into leg pull facing back. So in this one, we're lifted up to the ceiling. You're going to have a point to your toes, okay? So your feet are going to be flat to the mat, but that's not mandatory. If you're really tight in your ankles, feel free to flex your feet, okay? I'll show you what that looks like, okay? So what you do is take your hands behind you, really lift through your lats, open up your chest, good, and press your hips to the ceiling, lengthening your legs long, right? For most of us, we'll be able to have flat feet, okay? But for those of you really tight, you might be on your heels with your feet flexed, okay? Great. So you're gonna lift your right leg, kick to the ceiling twice, and then switch. 1, 2, good. 1, 2. You can draw your knee to your chest. That's a good way to modify this and make it a little bit more friendly. Good. Keep squeezing your tushy to keep your hips lifted. Good, make sure your head's not dangling. 4 more. Good. 3 more. Nice. Good, 2 more. 1, 2. 1, 2. Last one. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Sitting on your butt, we're gonna do seal. So seal is one of those rocking exercises. We're gonna take your hands underneath your knees and wrap around so you're holding onto your feet on the outside of your feet. So it's called seal. It's basically rolling like a ball, but like a seal, you clap your feet 3 times, and then you roll back, and you clap your feet 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Great. Perfect. You got it. This one's kind of fun. Really silly. Good. For 4 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. 3 more. Good. 2. Last one. Perfect. We're gonna set up for neck pull now. So neck pull is like the roll up, only with your hands behind your head. So this is the one I was warning you about, that you might wanna get your couch involved. Maybe you have a heavy weight you can support yourself with to give you some guidance, or maybe call your roommate over and tell them to hold your feet, okay? So we start out on the ground. Great. Hands behind your head. Squeeze your chin to your chest. Start to peel up, okay? So we peel up with your hands behind your head. And you round forward until you reach this midpoint. Then you extend your chest. You extend your back. You can pulse 2 times. Lift up. Keep your back flat. Squeeze your belly in. Relax your hip flexors. Lean back. And then round yourself down, okay? So it's a peel up. I cheated. I got some momentum. I'll get better at this one, guys. Never have I been good at this. Good. If you take a lot of reformer Pilates, this will look familiar to you as short box. When we do our flat back on the short box, and you know how your feet are tethered in? And even so, it's really hard. Good. Round yourself up. Rock yourself forward. Good. Hinge at your hips and then lift your heart. Leaning back, relaxing your hip flexors, keeping your back open, spine straight, and then roll yourself down. Good. One more. Nice. Beautiful. Nice. Great. So if you have your feet tethered or you had a weight, take it away. Great. We're gonna do jackknife. So jackknife, actually no, let's sit up. Before we do jackknife, let's do hip circles. So your chest is open, your legs are extended. Great. Soft point to your toes, heels together. Start to draw circles with those legs. Good. Your hands could be far from your body or close to your body. The further, the more support they provide. You can have a pillow underneath your low back to give you even more support. Good. Last 2. Good. Last one. Perfect. And reverse. Great. So your hip flexors are relaxed again. You're using your inner thighs. You're using your low belly. Good. 2 more. Nice. Last one. Beautiful. Nice. Now roll yourself down. And now we'll do jackknife. So jackknife is a lot like legs over, except for you shoot right up to the ceiling first. Then you take your feet over your head more like a pike. So it's a little bit more like neck pull than it is legs over. So legs 45. Good. You're going to extend your feet up to the ceiling. And then with a crease to your hips, take your feet down to the ground. And then lift back up using your low back. Good. And then roll yourself slowly down. Good. So shoot up, hike, lift, roll. Now you see why this comes a little late in the class. You're super warm, super buttery. Nice. Let's do 4 more. 3. Again, cervical spine has that natural S curve to it. Last one. Beautiful. Draw your knees into your chest. Great. And let's rock onto our front side for some back extensions, okay? So Sphinx pose, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You're lifting your heart through your arms, really drawing those abs in, pushing your hip bones down to the ground. So your hip bones stay pressed in and unmoved. Let's kick your right heel twice to your sit bones and then switch. And switch and switch. Just like with the leg pull facing front, your body stays still, okay? So even though there's some action happening at your glutes and at your legs, you're not wiggling around. You're staying still at your core and at your trunk, lifted through your arms for 4, 3, good, 2, last one, great. Let's do swimming. So you're going to take your head down to the ground. Let's lift your arms, lift your legs, lift your chest. And then one arm goes down, the other goes up, and then switch, switch. Do the same thing with your legs. And then start to paddle a little quicker. And let's do 7. Good, 6. 5. Good, 4. Nice, 3. 2. Last one. Beautiful. So I teased in the beginning of the class that we were going to do 3 rolling exercises. So you probably thought we were going to do 3 on our back, but we have 1 to do on our front. So I'm going to show you 2 options. You can either do swan dive, which starts at cobra. You keep the shape, you go forward, and you can get a lot of rocking or just have 1 at a time. Or we go into rocking horse. You lift your legs, squeeze your glutes, and then you start rocking yourself back and forth, okay? So pick your poison. It's a rocking back bend. Beautiful, nice work, yeah. So you'll notice if you don't lift up enough in your knees, you get kind of stuck on your belly. And if you're bony, this might hurt your bones. So maybe take the swan dive. Good, let's do 4, whatever you're doing. Nice, 3, 2, last one. Good. Let's go into a child's pose. And up next, teaser. So let's go ahead and go onto our backs and finish class with our teasers. If we have enough time left over, we'll do our push-ups as well. Okay, so teaser, a lot like the roll-up, same activation at the core and trunk, but you lift your legs more like you're doing half of a jackknife. So it looks like this, okay? And then you roll yourself down. You could have your knees bent, totally fine, and roll yourself down. You could even keep your feet on the ground and just bend them. That works as well. Beautiful. Exhale, peel up. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2. Good, this last one, best one, hold it. Hold it for 5, for 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax. Nice work. Okay. So flip yourself over. I think it's gonna cut us off. Actually, we should just say goodbye. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow where we'll be doing some more squats and things that are a little bit more creative and of today, okay? All right, bye. Good job, Lori. I saw you working hard. Good form.
Thank you.
Thank you, Louise.